Meet the Hendersons. Robert works at the plant, $4,400 a year, about $84 a week before taxes. Dorothy is home with 4 kids, ages 4, 7, 9, and 12. They own their house. They own their car. There is meat on the table every night, and at the end of every month, there is money left over. Now tell me, what does Robert Henderson know that you do not? Because in 2025, a family of 6 needs a household income of over $120,000 to reach the same standard of living. 1 income, 4 kids, a house, a car, money in the bank. This is exactly how they did it, in real numbers. Robert Henderson clocks in at the factory. His pay is not a guess. The United States Census Bureau puts the median family income in 1955 at $4,400 a year. That is $84.62 a week before taxes. But gross pay is not what lands in the Henderson wallet. Uncle Sam takes his share. The Internal Revenue Service Form 1040 for 1955 gives Robert and Dorothy a standard deduction of $440 and personal exemptions totaling $3,000 for their family of 6. Their taxable income drops to $960. At a 20% tax rate, that is $192 in federal taxes for the year, about $3.70 a week. Social Security claims another $1.62 a week, since the employee's share is 2% of the first $4,200. Subtract both from $84.62, and the Hendersons are left with $79.30 in hand every week. This is the real number, the cash that pays for everything: the house, the car, groceries, heat, clothes, doctor visits, and a little for savings. The factory pays $2.08 an hour on the General Motors line, right in line with national averages. Robert is not beating the system. He is the system, living on the median wage. The next question is simple. Does $79.30 a week actually buy a house, a car, food for 6, and money left over? Every cost now faces the math. Robert and Dorothy Henderson unlock the front door of their $11,000 house. In 1955, that was the price of a starter home in a Midwestern factory town. They put down 10%, $1,100 in cash, then signed a 30-year FHA mortgage at 4.5%. Principal and interest came to $95 a month. Add property taxes and utilities, and the total bill for owning the house was $150 a month. On Robert's take-home pay, the mortgage, taxes, and heat took about 35% of their gross income. The rest went to food, car payments, and everything else. The numbers are simple. The system is clear. 1 income, 4 kids, a house, a car, and money left over. Now run the same math in 2025. The median home price is $420,000. A 10% down payment means $42,000 up front, and the mortgage is $2,800 a month at today's rates. That is before property taxes, insurance, or utilities. For a single earner at the modern median wage, the house alone now consumes nearly half of take-home pay. The gap is not subtle. In 1955, a factory wage bought a house with room to spare. In 2025, it buys a mortgage payment and little else. The rules changed. The story of the Hendersons is not about thrift or discipline. It is about how the price of a home, once the foundation of middle-class life, slipped out of reach for most families living on 1 income. Robert Henderson needed a car to get to work. In 1955, a new Chevrolet Bel Air cost $1,800. The dealer expected cash or a short-term bank loan, 2 years, maybe 3. Most families paid $80 a month and, by the end, shelled out only $120 total in interest. The car was theirs, free and clear, before the warranty ran out. No ballooning debt, no endless payments. Now, run the numbers in 2025. The average new car sells for $52,000. Few buyers pay cash. The standard loan stretches 72 months, 6 years. The monthly payment is $811, and by the last check, the family has paid more than $8,400 in interest alone. The car loses value faster than the debt shrinks. And unlike in 1955, the financing is not through a neighborhood bank. It is captive finance, GMAC, and Ford Credit. designed to keep families on the hook for as long as possible. One income, 4 kids, a house, a car, and money left over. In 1955, the math worked. In 2025, the car payment alone can sink the budget before groceries are even counted. Dorothy Henderson planned every meal for 6 people. In 1955, the USDA Thrifty Food Plan set a monthly grocery budget near $84 for a family of 6. That is about $20 a week. Eggs, bread, ground beef, milk, potatoes, apples. No extras, no takeout. Every dollar counted. The food bill was steady and predictable. It took a quarter of the weekly pay, but there was room for it. The numbers fit. Now, price out groceries for a family of 6 in 2025. The USDA updated Thrifty plan starts at $1,482 a month. The moderate plan climbs above $2,800. Even the bare minimum is more than half of a single median paycheck. No coupon, no meal plan, no discipline can shrink that gap. Groceries are not optional. They land every week, every month, no matter what. In 1955, one income, 4 kids, a house, a car, and money left over, even after the grocery run. In 2025, the food bill alone can break the math before the rest of the budget is even counted. Stack up every dollar, and the pattern is clear. In 1955, the Henderson family's budget divided cleanly. Housing took 30%, food 24%, transportation 10%, clothing 8%, utilities 6%, and the rest, about 12%, could go to savings or unexpected expenses. There was room for a cushion. Even after the bills, a small surplus stayed in the envelope each month. One income, 4 kids, a house, a car, and money left over. Now, redraw the budget for 2025. Housing alone swallows 45%. Food claims 20%. Transportation grabs 15%. Health insurance, child care, and digital bills eat up another 15% combined. What's left? Almost nothing. The margin for savings or emergencies shrinks to the edge of zero. The budget pie is the same size, but the slices are lopsided. The categories that grew, housing, health, and recurring bills, crowd out the rest. The question isn't about discipline or grit. It's about why the rules changed and how the math turned against the single paycheck. Federal housing policy in the 1950s put home ownership within reach. Federal Housing Administration and Veterans Administration loans backed low down payments and fixed rates, letting families like the Hendersons buy a house with a single wage. The mortgage interest tax deduction rewarded buyers, pushing demand higher. In the 1980s, the Garn-St. Germain Act deregulated banks, opening the door to riskier lending and bigger loans. Captive auto finance companies stretched car payments from 2 years to 6 years, locking families into longer debt cycles. Subscription bills, including cable, internet, and streaming, became monthly fixtures, eating into disposable income. Union membership fell from 1 in 3 workers in 1955 to just 1 in 10 today, eroding wage growth and job security. The math changed because the rules changed. Not thrift, not grit, but policy and industry decisions rewrote the budget lines for every family. If home prices had tracked wages since the 1950s, the median house in America would cost about $170,000 today. That is the number, $170,000. Instead, the market price is $420,000, nearly 2.5 times higher. The difference is not a rounding error. It is the gap between a home a single paycheck could buy and one that now takes 2. The wage index rose 14-fold since 1955. The house price index soared far faster. The numbers do not argue. If the rules had held, a median earner could still buy a median home. But the math broke. The system changed, and the price tag tells the story. Today, one income, 4 kids, a house, a car, and money left over is math that no longer adds up. The numbers changed, not the people. Until the rules match the reality of modern costs, the promise of middle-class security remains an equation out of reach. What do you think?